Good morning, student. Now I discuss about displacement time graph. So when you take a graph in which we take time on the x-axis and the displacement on the y-axis is called displacement time graph. From previous knowledge, you can say that what you get from the slope of the displacement time graph. No doubt, slope of the displacement time graph will give the information about the velocity of the moving object. Now we discuss about that. In this case, what you find out? The slope. Slope means the distance covered in x-axis, y-axis divided by distance covered in y-axis. So tan theta equal to, in this case, what happens? Suppose you take 2 second and 3 second, and you observe the distance and displacement 15 meter, again displacement is 15 मीटर. डिफरेंस क्या हो जाएगा? 15 माइनस 15, और टाइम का डिफरेंस कितना हो जाएगा? 3 माइनस 2, 0/1 इक्वल टू क्या होगा? 0. So in that case you can say that velocity of the moving velocity equal to 0, right? Velocity equal to 0. So from this graph you can analyze that the object is not in motion. Velocity 0 means displacement be 0. Next, I want to discuss about that. What do you get from this? If the graph is like that, straight line, after 1 second, they cover the displacement 5. Again, next 1 second, 10 meter. Next 1 second, 15 meter. So equal displacement covered by the moving body in equal interval of time. So in that case, you can say that the velocity of the moving body is constant, or that will be what? That will be velocity constant or uniform velocity. Right? Now, if you want to find what is the value of that velocity, uniform velocity का value क्या होगा? Similarly, you can find out from there. No doubt you can know the necessity to take different 2 points. From there also you take 2 points. So total time in this case what? 3 seconds and distance cover 15. So again you can find the tan theta. Tan theta equal to what? 15 minus 0 by time interval 3 minus 0. So 15 by 3 equal to 5 meter per second. That is the magnitude of velocity will be what? 5 meter per second. And if you take any point on this graph, again we find the velocity will be 5 meter per second, because that is the theta. Theta never change. That is the straight path, and the value of theta for different points which lie on this graph will be same, right? Since theta is same, so tan theta, value of tan theta will be same, or conformly the value of the velocity will be also same. So that graph denotes the uniform velocity or constant velocity. And how you can get the uniform velocity, I think all of you understand that. Now, that is the increasing velocity increase कर रहा है. That is slightly difference. If you find out the velocity of the moving body at any particular time, right? For that, suppose that is at point B. Any time taken, 5 seconds, 6 seconds, any time. So for that, we draw a tangent. That is the tangent. Draw tangent on the  because always you calculate the slope of the graph by taking the anticlockwise direction positive angle from the x-axis. Here, that is the positive angle from the x-axis is this. So that value gives the what? That value gives the value of velocity at that point. Similarly, if you find out the velocity of the body at point A, for that we draw a tangent on that curve, and that tangent make an angle of theta A as shown in the figure. Here from this graph it is clear that theta B is greater than theta A. Theta B is greater than theta A. Obviously, the value of moving body at point B will be greater than from point A. So velocity at A, B will be greater than velocity at A. If the graph is in such like that, again similarly you can draw the tangent at point B and at point A. Point A पे जो हमने टेंजेंट खींचा है, ये तो स्पष्ट है कि ये एक्स ऐसे बना रहा है. यहाँ पर बच्चे को प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है. कुछ नहीं करना, आप यहाँ से टेंजेंट खींचें, वाई एक्सिस से जहाँ मिलता है मिलने दें, और एक्स एक्सिस के पैरेलल भी एक ड्रा कर लें एक्सिस को, और जो ये एंगल बना ये दैट इज थीटा बी. ऑब्वियसली द थीटा ए या थीटा ए ग्रेटर देन थीटा बी. सो वेलोसिटी एट पॉइंट ए will be more than velocity at point B. In such a way, you are able to find the velocity of a moving body at any point on the graph, right? And this graph gives the information about the increasing velocity, that is give the decreasing velocity. That graph gives the uniform velocity or constant velocity, and that is velocity, that is body is at rest. So I think all of be aware from displacement time graph, and if you understand that, very simply you can calculate the distance covered, displacement, or so many problems based on the velocity time graph in your textbook.